There are so many people shoveling snow right outside my window and they can all see me. I don't like it. I don't like this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Len and this is my booktube channel. I really want to be consistent with it in 2025. It's one of my main goals. So I thought today would be fun to do the new booktuber tag as like a little intro. My last video was my Christmas book haul. I figured let me just get that up ASAP since we're slowly leaving Christmas behind. But now I thought it'd be a good time to do a little intro tag. I've been watching a bunch of these videos and I just love them. I love getting to know people, getting to understand like what books they like, why they're doing booktube, why they love books, what reading means to them, all that fun stuff. So let's just get started. I have my questions right here. Okay, question one, why did I start this channel? I'll give the short answer and the long answer. Short answer, I love yapping about books and I don't really have a lot of people in my real life who enjoy reading. So it can be a very isolating hobby. I don't really have any book clubs near me. None of my friends are passionate readers. I figured, let me yap about books online. So I started with Bookstagram and then Book Talk. And I just cannot stop yapping. I'm always editing down my videos from 10 minutes to 2-3 and it's not fun. So I figured maybe YouTube I can just yap longer and not have to edit them as much. The longer answer and a little more in depth, I guess, goes back to I started my book talk, I was in a really low mental space and reading was my only escape. And I found Book Talk and I was just scrolling through everyone's videos and it just became such a space of positivity for me when I was at my absolute lowest. And I've been doing Book Talk for about 2 years consistently. I'm very happy that I've gotten a lot more comfortable talking to a camera, sitting in front of a camera and filming. So I figured I can bring that over to BookTube. Question two, what am I going to bring to BookTube that's unique? This is a very basic answer, but my opinions, like everyone has different opinions on a book, on books that they like, books they don't like, tropes they like, things they look for in specific genres, authors they love, authors that don't work for them. So I think everyone on BookTube just brings different opinions and that's the best part about it. Question three, why do I love reading? So again, this kind of ties into why I started Book Talk and BookTube. I love reading because it provides such an escape when nothing else really does. I love being able to discover new worlds and characters and stories. And reading to me is just fun. It's very entertaining at its core. It's an entertaining hobby. A lot of people think reading is boring and it's all literary, but I read for fun first and foremost. And it's just a good time. I look for good writing and good characterization and good plot and everything, but I also need a well-balanced entertainment aspect to it. What are my favorite books? This is so difficult. There's so many good ones out there. I'm looking at my bookshelves that are right behind me over there and just looking through them very quick off the top of my head. This is not going to be super in-depth. But for romance books, I love Emily Henry, obviously. I think my favorite of hers would be Book Lovers. I'm also a big Abby Jimenez fan. I think my favorite is probably Part of Your World, but the whole trilogy is just so good. And I got to read Say You'll Remember Me, also incredible. I also love Elsie Silver's books. I'm a huge Elsie Silver fan. Powerless is one of my favorite romances ever. Boys of Tommen series is definitely probably my top romance series ever. I love that series so much. I don't want to forget any of my babies. Oh, I just finished reading The Favorites by Lena Fargo. I got an advanced reader's copy from Random House. That's my current favorite book. It's like Daisy Jones and the Six with the interview format and the drama and the angst and all that stuff, but it's about this figure skating duo. It is phenomenal. You need to put this book on your TBR. If you're watching this video after January 14th, just go pick this book up. For fantasy romance books, I'm gonna try to limit it down a little more. Throne of Glass is always gonna be a favorite. I think it is epic. I think it's a great balance between romance and fantasy. It is phenomenal. I love the Curse of Ophelia series. This is a severely underrated fantasy romance series. The lore, the world building, the magic, and the plot in this series is so intricate. Okay, Zodiac Academy is one of those series that I read for the entertainment and the vibes and the fun, but it is also one of the most epic series I've ever read. Heartless Hunter is another favorite. It's an enemies to lovers, a witch and witch hunter in a society that prohibits witches. It is so good because it is true enemies to lovers and I love it. It's very light fantasy with the world building and the magic system, but it is so good. I love it. It's definitely fantasy romance. Number 5, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will bring? Honestly, I'm really excited to work on my editing and make it cooler, more involved, like have fun aspects in it. So obviously, as I do this more, I will get a lot better at that. So it's definitely gonna be a challenge and a learning curve, but a good one that I'm excited for. Aside from that, just like time management for sure is gonna be a big one, but I'm also currently unemployed. I'm a college grad and I've been applying to jobs for over a year now. So yeah, just working like part-time gigs to make it through right now, but I have plenty of free time. So number 6, when did you start reading? So when I was 5 years old, my family and I moved from Greece to America. I didn't know English. My mom spoke English, but it just wasn't clicking for me, and she would just take me to the library every single day. I would be there for hours flipping through books, just sitting there flipping through the easiest little books that you'll ever read. And that's how I picked up English. Truthfully, being at the library every single day taught me English. And this is gonna sound very sad, but I promise it was not as bad as it sounds. Books were kind of like my first friends because I felt I could actually communicate with them in the sense that I understood what the book was saying. I didn't speak fluently enough to communicate really with kids in my class yet. And this was kindergarten, so I was very shy, very reserved. I was not going to be speaking if I did not know that I could say the sentence completely fluently, so I just didn't speak. So I love the library. I would spend, truthfully, every single day there, at least 3 hours a day. And I would check out a bunch of books. The next day I would take them all back because I had read them. And then slowly I started reading more advanced and advanced and advanced. And reading has just stuck with me ever since. And it is my absolute favorite hobby. And I feel it's a part of my identity at this point because, you know, I just associate it so much with the time when we moved here from Greece. Number 7, where do you read? I read here on my nice and comfy bed. I read on the couch, the doctor's office when I'm waiting. I read at the office that I work at during my lunch break. I read all the time, and I'm also a big audiobook fan, so I read while cleaning. I read while cooking. Yeah, I read wherever and whenever I can. The only place I don't read is the car because I get nauseous, but my favorite reading spots are definitely my bed and my couch downstairs. Number 8, what genres do I read? My favorites are definitely fantasy and romance. They always have been ever since I was little. I like a little bit of domestic thriller, romantic suspense, a little mystery, some general fiction books like Daisy Jones and the Six, The Favorites, things like that. But primarily fantasy and romance, that's my jam, and I love those. And last, my book collection. So for that, we will be moving. So these are my shelves. They definitely need a little work, which is going to be a whole separate video because I have to buy new ones because I have more in a different room that don't fit anywhere. Up here I have my Throne of Glass collection. I hate that those books went out of print. I love those covers. And then over here we start my little Elsie Silver collection, but I have a lot more because I ordered special editions, so I'm gonna need more space to fit all of hers. But this is the UK Wild Eyes foiled edition, and isn't it just beautiful? My aunt bought it for me and sent it, so love her for that. Down here we have like some fantasy romance books. I need more shelf space so I can put the ones that I don't have displayed right now. Over here, my babies who need to be displayed better, which is another reason I need new shelves so I can put them somewhere more upfront and prominent. Boys of Tommen, I love these books. The other 4 don't really fit the vibe here, but I had nowhere else to put them. Then we have over here some Catherine Cowles, Laura Pavlov. Laura Pavlov is my small town romance queen. Then we have Zodiac Academy, and I have an arc from them as well from Neverkeep, which is their newest series. And then down here it starts to get like very messy. I have The Favorites, my art copy. I love this book. Daisy Jones. I have Bridgerton, Pride and Prejudice. I also have Little Women. I don't know where that is. These were here because I was filming content. These are some romance books that I love. Over here I have Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is pretty much the Addicted series, and then Dishonestly Yours. I liked Dishonestly Yours a lot. I can't say I love the Addicted series. I'm still trying to push through. I need to read Thrive because I don't want to give up because I own them all. So that was my new booktuber tag video. I hope you liked it. I hope you got to know me a little more. If you did enjoy it, I'd love for you to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to hear what some of your favorite books are so I can add them to my TBR for 2025. So if you want to leave a comment with one of your favorite reads or all of your favorite reads, whatever it may be. And I will see you again with another video in a week. In the meantime, I'll be posting a bunch of shorts because, as we know, the Clock app is going away, so I've downloaded all my videos from there, and I'm gonna share them because I like them. So thank you for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking again soon. I really hope that my next video is gonna be my bookshelf organization because I really need to go get a new shelf and take care of all this, but I can't be bothered. It's like snowy, but it needs to happen. So hopefully that's the next time you'll see me with a bookshelf organization video.